F. Scott Fitzgerald quotes. So we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. I hope she'll be a fool. That's the best thing a girl can be in this world, a beautiful little fool. The loneliest moment in someone's life is when they are watching their whole world fall apart, and all they can do is stare blankly. That is part of the beauty of all literature. You discover that your longings are universal longings, that you're not lonely and isolated from anyone. You belong. Show me a hero, and I'll write you a tragedy. I don't want to repeat my innocence. I want the pleasure of losing it again. Angry, and half in love with her, and tremendously sorry, I turned away. I fell in love with her courage, her sincerity, and her flaming self-respect. And it's these things I'd believe in, even if the whole world indulged in wild suspicions that she wasn't all she should be. I love her, and it is the beginning of everything. And I like large parties. They're so intimate. At small parties there isn't any privacy. And so with the sunshine and the great bursts of leaves growing on the trees, just as things grow in fast movies, I had that familiar conviction that life was beginning over again with the summer. I was within and without, simultaneously enchanted and repelled by the inexhaustible variety of life. I wasn't actually in love, but I felt a sort of tender curiosity. Let us learn to show our friendship for a man when he is alive and not after he is dead. I'm not sentimental, I am as romantic as you are. The idea, you know, is that the sentimental person thinks things will last. The romantic person has a desperate confidence that they won't. You see, I usually find myself among strangers because I drift here and there trying to forget the sad things that happened to me. There are only the pursued, the pursuing, the busy and the tired. Whenever you feel like criticizing anyone, just remember that all the people in this world haven't had the advantages that you've had. Life starts all over again when it gets crisp in the fall. It was only a sunny smile, and little it cost in the giving, but like morning light it scattered the night and made the day worth living. You don't write because you want to say something, you write because you have something to say. Reserving judgments is a matter of infinite hope. They slipped briskly into an intimacy from which they never recovered. Cut out all these exclamation points. An exclamation point is like laughing at your own joke. I want to know you moved and breathed in the same world with me. You'll find another. God. Banish the thought. Why don't you tell me that if the girl had been worth having she'd have waited for you? No, sir, the girl really worth having won't wait for anybody. Here's to alcohol, the rose-colored glasses of life. Things are sweeter when they're lost. I know because once I wanted something and got it. It was the only thing I ever wanted badly, and when I got it it turned to dust in my hand. In his blue gardens men and girls came and went like moths among the whisperings and the champagne and the stars. I like people and I like them to like me, but I wear my heart where God put it, on the inside. There are all kinds of love in this world but never the same love twice. It's a great advantage not to drink among hard-drinking people. I don't want just words. If that's all you have for me, you'd better go. All I kept thinking about, over and over, was you can't live forever, you can't live forever. So we drove on toward death through the cooling twilight. Think how you love me, she whispered. I don't ask you to love me always like this, but I ask you to remember. You'll always be like this to me. Oh no, but promise me you'll remember. Her tears were falling. I'll be different, but somewhere lost inside me there'll always be the person I am tonight. I felt a haunting loneliness sometimes, and felt it in others, young clerks in the dusk, wasting the most poignant moments of night and life. No amount of fire or freshness can challenge what a man will store up in his ghostly heart. It takes two to make an accident. He looked at her the way all women want to be looked at by a man.